On day 36, Margaret prepares for the day by placing some underwear on her doll. What else should one do before blasting zombies to death? Lovely. Yes, dress up. Okay. Then heading out with her shotgun in the foggy morning, walking slowly towards the checkpoint. It's not the optimal morning for doing this kind of work, but let's take it easy then, I think, for now, actually. Rather than rush into her death, Margaret takes it very slowly, sneaking into the compound with her machete. She investigates a few of the tents, and then they hear her. It's time to start shooting, Margaret. Kill them all. Oh shit. Okay, they saw me. Oh my god. That's a lot of zombies. Okay. Quite a lot of them left. Nice. Walk through the destruction smoking a cigarette. Excellent work, Margaret. Excellent work. I see a hat. Margaret walks through the path of decimated zombies, collecting their hats. She goes back to Beatrice and sinks 4 cans of fizzy pop, then walks into the now mostly cleared military checkpoint. There are a few stragglers, but Margaret has killed the majority of the undead in the area. This leaves her free to loot the remaining tents, and the loot is good. Very good. Any good loot? Oh my goodness. It's enough to stock her weapon arsenal for some time to come. She raids the military kitchen for some food, which she needs desperately, and dodges zombies while she goes. Eventually she returns to Beatrice with her newfound military loot. That looks so silly, but I kinda like it. And the hats. Don't forget about the hats. Trophies of the zombies we've killed, Margaret. Wow, what a day. You've earned yourself a beer. Most definitely. Have a swig of that, my darling Margaret. How are your bugs doing? Yeah, they seem to be just fine, enjoying their time on your little desk. She reads in her cozy, hat-filled Beatrice stood over her collection of bugs, and then falls asleep. Peacefully. First things first, on day 37, Margaret drives Beatrice into the checkpoint, although she still needs to figure out how to get her through the other side. While she figures this out, she rummages through some nearby tents to pick up the remaining loot, and finds a journal in one of the desks. They're coming. There are hundreds of them. We will all die here. Okay, very cheery stuff. Look at this truck. Although the truck is a beauty, she doesn't start, so Margaret leaves it where it is. She investigates the eerie medical tents, thick with the stench of old chemicals and rotting bodies, and checks out the gates on the other side of the compound. They are blocked and won't open. There are also dozens of zombies shambling around the fence. She'll need to clear them before they progress, so she grabs her rifle with the 8x scope on, and goes to town from the safety of the wall's boardwalk. The rifle bullets echo down the dead highway. Margaret spends the next few hours on that sunny day blasting zombies' heads from a distance. It's a lot of fun, and she feels powerful, up there on the wall, unreachable, invincible. We have to hope that this power doesn't go to her head. Lovely stuff, Margaret. Oh my god, Margaret. So satisfying. After a long day of hunting, she returns to the bus, stroking her new favourite toy all the way back. She drives Beatrice up to the closed gate and gets out the sledgehammer to smash down the walls. And so the entrance to Raven Creek is opened. What will the city hold for her? Leslie? Other survivors who might have news about her missing husband? Margaret really has no idea. Maybe some lovely hats. She's a little sleepy. Been a long day. Her eyes and arms are sore from shooting so many zombies. So, let's just relax for the evening. Again, you probably deserve a beer. I don't actually know if you have any left, though. You got half a bottle of... Just drink that whole bottle of red wine, actually, I think, Margaret. Delicious. Killed a lot of things today, Margaret. And drink to forget. She's inebriated. Can you read drunk? Well, she can. Okay. Good night, Margaret. She is woken up with a slight pain in her neck because she's sleeping on this musty old sofa. On day 38, Margaret takes Beatrice up the ruined road, stopping to investigate a couple of worthless vehicles. A little further up the road, and the dead gather, the shambling citizens of Raven Creek. She takes care of them and continues progressing. She does examine the bodies for hats, even if she might miss one now and then. Any hats? A hat. You almost missed it, didn't you, Margaret? Alright, let's keep on. Margaret clears out the zombies on the road and looks ahead. There appears to be a large, looming tunnel. And tunnels are not a pleasant place to be in a zombie apocalypse, as we're about to find out. Looks a little spooky. Yeah, this does not bode well. Keep out. I can hear zombies. The tunnel echoes with the sounds of the dead. A chilly wind blows through. The death smells different here, less pungent, more preserved. But Margaret can't see any of the zombies. Where are they? I think they broke down the door on this side. Yeah, they did. It's only 3 of them. She can still hear zombies, and she enters the service tunnel slowly. It is very, very cold. She pries open another door and goes a little deeper. This is very spooky. Sounds like there might be a few zombies behind that door. I don't fancy that. The tunnel is mostly empty. She returns to the main area. More banging comes from the other side, but she ignores it for now. Margaret knocks down the fence and barricades with the sledgehammer to clear a path for Beatrice. As she does so, she hears the door collapse behind her. Oh shit. Okay, quite a lot of them. Okay. After killing the zombies that try to ambush her, she continues making light work of the barricades to squeeze Beatrice through. Reckon I can squeeze Beatrice through that hole? Make it a bit bigger, shouldn't we, probably? Hello. I can sledgehammer you to death. Oh my god. That's very slow, but quite satisfying. She does indeed squeeze the bus through the gap, but then encounters another roadblock ahead. The tunnel is packed with debris, old tents, fences, and, of course, the undead. Oh my god, there's just more pouring out of the side tunnels. I'm assuming they tried to hide in there, perhaps. Seems quiet enough. They can hear me through the walls. They keep coming up behind me. Must have been packed in there. Margaret's feeling a bit sleepy, and the situation is fairly tense. Horrible out there, isn't it? Oh, look at all of her hats. More to be added soon. It's very, very dark in here with no light from outside. Margaret sleeps with the sound of echoing footsteps and gurgling zombies outside, but doesn't wake up from a night terror this time. Raining, apparently, even though we are in a tunnel, but what are you going to do? Perhaps the ceiling is leaking, although that seems kind of unlikely. She ventures out once again into the dead tunnel, slowly creeping into the checkpoint. There is no cure. Don't trust that. Someone... Jim? Don't trust Jim? What did Jim do? Poor Jim. There's another military area and it's stocked with more guns and ammo, but Margaret can hear so many zombies growling somewhere. Where are they? It's very unnerving. Margs also finds this sweet helmet mask thing in one of the cabinets, and then heads back to the bus quick to grab her sledge to clear the road for Beatrice. Okay, should be a little bit clearer now to take Beatrice just further up the... Oh, Jesus. Where did they come from? Oh my god, what is that thing? What is that? What is that? Silent Hill closer set. Maybe someone was at Comic-Con when the outbreak broke out. Okay, let's take Beatrice further in. Margaret and Beatrice head towards the other end of the tunnel and reach yet another barricade. More zombies pour from the side tunnels. Dozens of them. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, there's a lot of them in there. Okay. Let's fight them out in the pouring rain. Fight them in the storm, Margaret. Oh god. Look at the rabbit head in the rain. Horrible. Okay. Let's clear out this tunnel then. Let's get their attention. Yep. Come on. Come join me in the rain, gang. Come on, gang. Come with me. After the bloodshed, Margaret returns to the warm insides of Beatrice, has a scrumptious peanut stir-fry, and puts a hat in her plant. Put that hat in the tree. Nice, lovely. Before leaving the tunnel towards Raven Creek, she's curious about where all the zombies are coming from, so she ventures into one of the side tunnels. What were they all doing in there? Just so curious. Not that curious. Curiosity literally killed the cat / Margaret, so. She destroys the remaining barricades and drives into the rain. The road ahead is cluttered with cars. It poses a problem to Beatrice and her big bus butt. Appears to be a fair amount of traffic on either side of the road. Yeah, it's going to be a real pain in the arse to get Beatrice through here. Times like this, they really wish we had Vincent still. Let's just proceed on foot for now. If we had another vehicle, we could probably use it to tow some of these scraps out of the way. See if any of these cars work. Margaret checks if any of the cars are in a usable state, but they're mostly ruined. It's going to be a nightmare getting Beatrice through the wrecks. She doesn't have enough propane to scrap the cars with her welding tools, and no other vehicle to move the wrecks out of the way. She still wants to investigate Raven Creek though, because what if there are survivors there? What if Leslie is just waiting for her around the corner with a cup of tea and a lovely pair of underpants? I think we might have to proceed on foot, just onto the outskirts of the town, I think. There's no way that we're getting Beatrice through all of those blockades. There's no way. There's no way, unfortunately. So it is decided. On day 40, Margaret enters Raven Creek on foot, as a fierce summer storm rages overhead. We'll see you soon, Beatrice. We're just going to have a little look into this city, to this town, and see if there's any survivors here. We won't go too far without you, don't worry. Just going to have a little look. She walks slowly into the city, crowbar raised above her head, step by step between the guard towers. Whoa. Proceed with extreme caution. There's 4 of them there. If we walk past and there's more down here, which obviously there is, we'll be surrounded. So we're literally going to play at 1 mile an hour. Margaret takes her time. It's the only way to survive. See? Always worth waiting. After clearing the zombies, she pries open a door and climbs one of the towers to get a better view over the city. Oh, Jesus. God, that guy has an axe buried in his head. Tire iron axe. Okay, there's a food market down there. Some other large buildings. Again, she moves silently through the dead city. Inside this building, she finds another military cache with guns and ammo. When she ventures back outside, the dead smell her, and she has to duck and weave between the buildings. Eventually, she kills the last one and can inch further towards her first target, the food market. Yeah. Brutal battle. Have a little drink some sugar. I think it's pretty clear from all the evidence that there are no survivors here. More zombies pile towards her. Okay. Once again, she needs to lead them through the barricades, watching as they flop over the sandbags. After cleaving through them with her crowbar, she sits on the floor and pops some pills and reconsiders her situation. Just sit on the ground here and really consider whether this is worth venturing any further. We do have a quest after all. It doesn't seem like this is the kind of place where Leslie is going to be holding out. What do you reckon? Go a little further? Just go just a little further. She does want to go further. Food supplies are a little low in Beatrice, and this food market is too good an opportunity to pass up. Margaret sneaks down the street and through the front door. She can hear so many zombies, but she can't see them. The whole city is groaning. She clears out the food market and then watches as a zombie makes a manic move. She just jumped out of a second floor window, third floor window to try and kill me. Then it's time to retreat. Slowness and patience are key to survival. On the way back to Beatrice, Margaret once again considers her options. We have a lot more food supplies now, so what's my reasoning? I want to explore it. It looks cool, but there's going to be a lot of zombie killing, and I would love to have the safety of Beatrice behind my back. Alternatively, we somehow wait. We can salvage these. We just need a bunch of propane to clear the path. Could be worth it. It would give us lots of building materials too. Hard to say, really. Rather than make any big, rash decisions, Margaret goes home and puts some new carpet down in Beatrice instead. Making the floor look lovely. Lovely, Margaret, lovely. Look, snails on the book. Silly boy, stay where you are. Do not move, not slime on my book. On day 41, she checks her propane supplies. She hardly has any left. Nowhere near what she needs to salvage all the wrecks. That essentially makes her mind up for her. I think we wait for Raven Creek until we have more propane to clear the tracks, because we literally can't get through. I mean, we could unhook the trailer from Beatrice, pull all of the wrecks out of the way, and then drive in. I mean, we could continue on foot. No, we shall continue our journey on the hunt for Leslie. It is very, very unlikely he's in Raven Creek, so let's just keep moving. Keep exploring. The world is our oyster. Why would we stay in this horrible place? So Margaret and Beatrice hit the road again on another adventure. She has a panic attack behind the wheel, but eats a handful of sugar and smokes a cigarette to calm her nerves. Then she's filled with more resolve. We came so far for so little, Margaret. That's okay. Quite obvious there are no survivors here. The entire place is overrun. So let's just keep moving. On the hunt for Leslie, he's got to be out there somewhere, surely. Not a single soul out here, Margaret. You are entirely alone. The fog is closing around you. She stops before she goes any further and makes a couple of notes on her map, just to keep things straight in her mind. The road to Raven's Creek. Blocked with wreckages, need more propane. Separate vehicle might be good. Could take Vincent in there, for example. That seems like a place we should revisit with Vincent, really. Once again, it doesn't take her too long to find somewhere else to explore, like this small half-burned rural church on the outskirts of another town. She investigates, but the place is empty and ruined, and it fills her with sadness. She takes Beatrice into the town, but there are a fair few zombies gathering around her. Margaret gets out her crowbar. It's head-smashing time again. Once it's clear, she gets to looting, and has this pretty severe near-miss outside a garage. It was worth it, though, because she does find a propane tank. Whoa, and then heads back to the bush. Really good find. Really good find. Even makes me consider going back to Raven's Creek, but I'm not quite yet. Oh, lovely, we can put that up. Oh, and it does cover the window. Okay, now that's what we have to keep in mind. More church curtains, and we can make it very cozy in here. It's only lunchtime though, so Margaret heads out again to see what else she can find in the town. It's relatively peaceful, so she closes the door and takes a bath and washes her clothes. She's also pretty stinky. It's been a long time since she's had the safety of a nice, freezing cold, mosquito-infected bath. So, I believe I can. Yeah, thank you for that kind commenter that said I can take propane out. Returning home with propane, she settles down in the back of the bus to read some magazines. It grows dark outside and she grows sleepy, so she falls asleep on her little musty bus sofa. I'll just break the fourth wall here briefly to let you know that there is no game sound for the next 4 to 5 days. That's okay, they're pretty intense days with or without sound, as you'll see. I swapped headsets and forgot to change the recording output on OBS. Classic. Oh, and if you're enjoying it so far, please subscribe. Thank you, eggs. Margaret heads out on day 42 to search for goodies in the woodies. She finds what you might expect, like more bugs and slugs. Poisonous berries, no thank you. More bugs. She assumes she's figured out which are the poisonous berries and which ones aren't, and takes the plunge by shoving a fistful into her mouth. Yeah, so these are fine. Right, Margaret? Well, let's hope so. She just ate them. Please don't be poisonous. Please don't till I've just killed her. If she's dead because I ate those berries, I'm going to be mad. A termite. That actually might be quite delicious. A delicacy in some regions. Tastes like marshmallow or sugar or something. I can't remember exactly. Never had them myself. What's that? Ginger root? But we have to put the bugs on the table, of course. Margaret plays with her bugs a bit, scoffs down some sardines, then heads back out to explore a little more. Don't trust Jim. Again, everyone hates Jim in this town. Poor Jim. Most of the town is dead and useless. Hair shops, laundromats, that kind of thing. But she does spot something useful just a little further ahead. Ah, that's a garage over there. Good stuff. There are a few zombies here, but you can't hear me squishing their heads. So let's just pretend that Margaret has put some earplugs in because she was having a bit of a headache. Yeah, that's what's going on. Poor Margaret. Little whispers, Margaret, little whispers. Hello, zombies, my name is Margaret, hello. Come and eat me, my name is Margaret. Pancakes, 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 pancakes. I want pancakes, pancakes, pancakes. Give me pancakes. Sorry, sir. You are the pancake. Yes, as you can tell, Margaret is going a little bit loopy. Her head aches, her ears ache, her body aches, and now she's going crazy. She investigates some of the buildings, including the garage. Of course, there is nothing useful in the auto shop, but she'll still stop here for the night. Let's have a tuna and mushroom stir-fry. That already sounds really good. But we can make it a bit more fun with some olive oil, a little bit of soy sauce, some wild garlic, and just chuck some more random stuff in there as well, I think. While the stir-fry cooks, she decorates the bus. We'll put all the hats in the tree, like it's a Christmas decoration. It's our Christmas tree. Christmas tree of hats. 62 hunger. This is going to make you super full, Margaret. You're going to pop? You're going to burst? 3 till 9:30 and go to sleep. Good night, Margaret. Your bugs are going to crawl over you whilst you're sleeping. On your stomach, in your ears, in your mouth. Good night.